Hey guys, you're about to hear a for sale by owner call that I just did and set an appointment. This call is 20 minutes long, and I'm going to ask you to stay and listen all the way until the end. This seller gave me, I don't know how many objections. I listened back to the call. Every few seconds, you would give me a new objection, and I want you to hear how I handled it. I let the seller speak. Then I responded. Then I asked for the appointment. I asked for the appointment more than 5 times, 10 times, and the seller kept putting it off. He didn't want to commit. He kept asking me to call him back tomorrow. I want you to, again, listen carefully because, quite honestly, I have talked to tens of thousands of FSBOs. This was the craziest call I've ever had. This seller just kept going on and on. He was talking to me. At some point, I'm thinking, I can't believe this guy hasn't hung up yet. I wanted to hang up on him. And in the end, I was able to set an appointment with him. And I challenge you to call for sale by owners. Learn how to communicate with them, because when you do, you literally have no competition. The seller said, I've been getting hundreds of calls from real estate agents, and at the same time, I have no doubt that he's not spending 20 minutes on the phone with every agent who's calling. Most of the agents calling are hanging up and giving up before they actually get a yes. Here's the call. Let's listen to it. Yeah. I decided to give you a quick call because I work with buyers and sellers here in the area and just wanted to see how things are working out for you.
Well, I'm getting a couple of hundred calls from realtors a day.
Oh my God. You're not exaggerating?
No, I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, Miami has more agents than anywhere else in the country, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Carl,
I mean, the house is definitely hot on the market, and it's on the lake.
Yes.
On a lake that you can navigate boats and jet skis.
Yes. Yes, I'm familiar with your area there.
It's the only house for sale on the lake. You know, and I got to tell you, Jackie, I'm not ready to list it with an agent just yet. I'd like to just let it go with the flow.
And is saving the commission the reason why you don't want to use an agent, Carl?
Well, it's part of it, but it's not all of it. It's part of it. I mean,
right.
Because I mean, look, I'm actually on the verge of increasing the price of the house because, I mean, from resources.
Yes.
I'm understanding that I don't have the house listed for enough.
Yeah.
I mean, the house next door to me sold for $620 back in last week of February.
Okay.
And that was a 3-2, but it had no pool. Mine has a pool. You know.
Yes.
I'm being told I should be listing it for in the mid to upper 600s.
Carl, I got to ask you this question. I know you said the commission is part of the reason, and of course that's an important reason because money is important. You don't want to undersell, and you don't also want to pay money that unnecessarily to an agent. So I would imagine you want to walk away from the closing table with the most money possible, right?
Well, I mean, at this point right now, I'm looking to walk away with, plus $629. I'm actually thinking of changing the price.
Right. I hear you.
I'm actually going to go online and change it today.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, and obviously you know that this is probably the hottest sellers market in history. So this is an excellent time, obviously, for you to get the most money possible. And I respect the fact that you're selling by owner, Carl. I understand. Would you be open to a 20-minute meeting so I can show you the financial benefits of working with an experienced professional agent like myself? If it actually made you money instead of cost you money to work with a professional like myself, would you just be in to give me 20 minutes to show you how that can be possible?
Just to update you, Jackie, on the status. I
Yeah.
mean, I have hundreds of real estate agents that
Yes.
want to meet with me.
Yes, I
Right.
understand. I've been in real estate for 26 years.
Obviously, I do put it. Listen to me. If I want
Yeah.
if I do decide to put it on the market,
Yeah.
in a real estate,
Yes.
I can only choose one.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, you're working with trying to get a listing that's that hundreds of agents are trying to get at this
I
point.
understand. Yes.
I want to tell you that my friend who sold his house back in February, he listed his house by owner.
Yeah.
And he sold it by owner in the end.
Yes.
And the real estate agent said to him, "Well, look, if you go with us, we just want you to know that you're not going to get your $620 for that house. We want to list it for $550, and it'll sell. And that's what the market is right now. $550. The agents were coming in at.
Yeah, I mean, 70,000 less, and then commission off of the 550.
Yeah, it was like a bait and switch kind of scenario. So
right.
Here's what's going on.
Yes.
He said no to the agents. I'm not going to list the house. I'm going to sell it by owner. And you know what? He ended up selling it by owner.
Yes.
And he got his $620 for it.
Yes.
And then those same agents called him back and said, "Oh, if you would have listed it with us, we would have got you more money." Do you see what I'm getting at here right now?
100%, Carl. I totally understand. And what you're describing, I've been in real estate for 26 years and I've sold thousands of homes in South Florida. I understand the industry. I hear you. And what you're describing to me makes absolutely no sense. I mean, what and at the same time, Carl, because you sound like you're a smart man, I'm sure you would agree that not all agents are the same. I understand the experience your neighbor had. Every industry has true professionals that do a great job, and then there's some that, the bait and switch situation, or they're not knowledgeable enough to be able to help and advise their clients. I understand. And obviously, this what you described to me makes you skeptical to even consider an agent, because all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I mean, they're probably all the same. And there's no industry where everybody's all the same. There are great doctors and not so great ones, attorneys. It's every industry is like that. Yeah. And I understand what the whole reason why you figure, well, I might as well just do this myself. And here's what I'm saying, Carl, and you are under absolutely no obligation. Give me 20 minutes of your time and let me show you what I can do for you. And then at the end of our 20-minute meeting, you decide what's best for yourself. If you want to continue to sell it by owner, I can promise you that at the end of our 20-minute meeting, you're going to, at the very least, walk away with a lot of great information that will help you in the sale of your home moving forward. So would you have 20 minutes available this afternoon, say 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock? I'll be there.
I mean, right now, Jackie, I'm not in Miami at the moment.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. I have a great idea, Carl.
What is your idea?
We could have a 20-minute meeting on Zoom. It'll be exactly the same thing. Let me share with you the benefits of working with a professional like myself. And then again, after our meeting, you decide what's best for yourself. So how about 20 minutes on Zoom? 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock today, you pick the time.
Well, it's difficult because I'm moving about the southwest area of Florida right now. And I'm driving. And
okay.
I'm moving through these areas.
That presents another challenge. How about tomorrow? Would you be, and it could be any time, I could be flexible. Or if we're meeting on, when will you be back in Miami?
I'm going to be actually in Miami tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So 20 minutes tomorrow, say afternoon, 2, 3 p.m.
Here's what I've come to a conclusion with, Jackie. I mean,
Yeah.
I've come to a conclusion that if I do decide to go with an agent,
Yeah.
it's going to mainly be that agent being in the right place at the right time. Like when I feel it,
Right.
and I get that phone call.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just not ready yet. You know, I only put the house on the market only days ago, and you know,
Right.
I would like to.
Well,
I'd like to see what happens.
And Carl, I respect that 100%. And what I'm wanting to meet with you for 20 minutes, and I don't expect you right now over the phone to say, I'm ready to list, come over. No, that's not what I'm looking to do. I'd like to meet with you so I can show you how and why working with me will be the best financial decision you can make. And if you, at the end of our meeting, you're a smart man, I can tell. If at the end of our meeting, you're as confident as I am that that's the case, hey, then you could consider moving forward. If not, you could always continue to sell it yourself. Worst case scenario, you're going to have a lot of great information that's going to help you to continue to sell it on your own. I mean, that couldn't hurt anything. That could only benefit you. And I'd be more than happy to come by for 20 minutes. So you tell me what time is good for you tomorrow. You'll be in Miami. I'm only asking for 20 minutes, Carl. It's not going to be a waste of your time, I promise you. And again, no obligation. You don't have to say, sure, come over. I understand you're not ready to do this. And I want to give you information to help you make the best possible decision when you are ready to use an agent. So what time tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Jackie. I'm going to be in Miami, and my schedule is going to fluctuate. But I'm going to be in Miami, and I'm actually going to be about 2 blocks away from the house because that's where my warehouse is.
Okay. Okay.
Why don't you just call me tomorrow and
okay.
You know,
so
I'm going to be working actually in my warehouse.
Okay, and you said it's 2 blocks away, so it could be easy. I mean, we could even meet at the warehouse. So how about this? I will definitely call you tomorrow, Carl. Let me pencil in a time based on what you think might be best, and then when I call you tomorrow, we confirm the time.
I'll tell you that I'm going to be occupied up until about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
I won't be able to meet until at least, you know, as we get past 10 o'clock.
10 a.m., I imagine. 10 a.m., right? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, 10 a.m. I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be working in the warehouse, and I need to complete something over there. And,
sure.
And
I understand.
So,
how about we?
With anybody,
why don't?
Actually, I'm going to be doing mechanical work. I won't even be answering my phone because my hands are going to be busy.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Carl, how about this? Why don't we set it up for after lunch? And you're going to have my phone number. If you need to change, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. And we could even confirm it tomorrow, maybe 2 o'clock. You're busy until 10, then you could have a break, have lunch. How about 2 p.m.?
That's Jackie that you contact me because I want to tell you that in my text messaging app, I have rows and rows and rows of real estate agents that want me to call them back.
I understand.
Before tomorrow comes,
but see,
I'm going to have about another 150.
Right. Well, and here's
because even as we're talking, they're coming in. You know.
Right. Well, I'm not going to text you because I don't want to be one more in there. I am memorable. Carl, I get it. And you said you're going to be busy tomorrow. I don't want to call and then you not answer the phone. And I'm not trying to just, be pushy. I am confident that when we meet, you're going to be happy that we did. So you said you're busy till 10. I'm flexible in the afternoon. It could be 2 o'clock. It could be a little bit later, around 4 or 5 p.m. We're penciling it in, and then I'll call you and we'll confirm.
It's okay to call me, Jackie, at like 10 or just after 10. All right? There's no problem with that.
Right. But then if you don't answer the phone,
better that you call me, because look, like I said, me trying to keep track,
yeah,
is of everything is
well,
you know.
Carl, here's the greatest part about this. You're not ready to use an agent, but if we meet tomorrow and you decide to work with me, all the calls and texts are gonna stop from all these agents, because you're gonna have the best one actually representing you.
Jackie,
yes,
I understand that if I put it with an agent, all the calls are going to stop.
I said that jokingly.
I screen differently, but look, I got to tell you that out of about 150 calls that come in a day, I only answer about 10 of them.
See, that's the problem. I don't want to call you tomorrow and like it be this hit and miss thing. Carl, you're gonna be here. Tell me what time is good for you, and I'll be there.
Just call me after 10. All right.
And if you don't answer the phone, because you said you answered 10 out of 100, and then
probably I mean, look, if you call me and you if I don't answer, then leave me a text message, and I'll look for the most recent text messages that came in. Mm-hmm. You'll get me. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've asked you so many times. There's no way you could even tell me tentatively a time, Carl, so I can put it on my schedule.
I have to finish what I'm doing in the warehouse first, Jackie.
Right. Yeah, but I
don't want.
I'm saying tentatively, like based on your experience, if you think maybe later in the afternoon, 4 or 5, because obviously I have a schedule as well. At least I can say, okay, Carl's penciled in. I'll call you after 10. We'll make sure that still works for you, and then we'll meet.
Yeah. See, Jackie, I will meet with you tomorrow. I mean, the only reason I'm actually going to Miami tomorrow is because I have work I got to do in my warehouse.
Yes.
I mean,
what type of mechanical warehouse do you work in?
Yeah, I'm gonna be busy. I got to do some work up until 10, and then after that I'll free up.
Well, right, and I can meet with you in the afternoon. Just give me a time so I can block my schedule tentatively. So, I end up calling you at 10 and you say 3, and then I have something else already that I scheduled for 3. That's all I'm looking to do.
I'd like for you to also email me, your information.
Absolutely.
About your real
estate.
I mean, and then we continue from there.
Yeah, no, I will definitely email you. I have your email address here.
Trying to give perfect schedules for tomorrow.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a tentative, Carl. Yeah, if you tell me tentatively means I so that I can block it on my schedule. And then I'll call you after 10, and then you say yes, no, let's change it later. Like we'll manage it tomorrow, but at least I have something penciled in for you. And as soon as we hang up, I'll email you my information as well. You're gonna have it all.
Yeah.
I'm willing to be flexible. I just want to be able to put something on here for now so I don't end up with a busy afternoon and miss the opportunity of meeting with you tomorrow.
I don't think you'll miss the opportunity. I mean, I'll be there. I will meet with you. I need to. I'm going there for a specific reason, to do my work.
Yes.
And I will. Look, I'll give you the address of my warehouse, and
okay.
You can copy it down and.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready to write it down.
Look, I would suggest that you call me before you show up at the warehouse,
because. Okay.
Look, you're in a market where you're in competition with other realtors.
Oh,
and look,
I love competition.
I already told other realtors they can meet me tomorrow.
Yeah, no, right? I understand. So, give me the address, Carl. I'll write it down. Okay. So you would prefer that we meet at the warehouse?
Well, I mean, look.
That might be easier for you.
We can go to El Floridita on the corner and have coffee, and you can talk to me.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But I can't let nothing interfere with the work that I have to do.
Of course.
I mean, my goal is to get the work done first.
100%.
Then have a little bit of freedom.
Yes.
Wash my hands and be able to do this.
Yeah, absolutely. And Carl, remember, this is a 20-minute meeting, and I understand your work is your priority. So I got the warehouse address, and you're perfectly fine. We could sit for a cup of coffee and speak during that time. So you're saying at least till 10 you're busy. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I mean, look, I know that I'm gonna be occupied. I mean, at least until 10. I mean, I might even finish before, but.
So would you want to do like 11:30 a.m.? I'll call you before, Carl. I will give you a call. And you're going to have, I'm also going to email you my information. You have my number. But at least, we know the time. And then if something happens, you can call, text me. I'll call you and we'll confirm everything. How does 11:30 sound?
I think 11.
That sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Excellent. Carl, thank you so much. I promise you, this is not going to be a waste of your time. I'm going to email you my information. I have you down for 11:30 tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you.
Okay, you need my email address?
I have .com, yes?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, Jack.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow 11:30.
Okay.
Thank you, Carl. Bye-bye. Hey, guys, now that you've listened to the call, he gave me several objections. He started with the number of agents who are calling, and then he started talking about his neighbor that had a bad experience with an agent that wanted to underprice the property, ended up selling FSBO, and why he doesn't trust agents. And then he went on to like he's not in the area. And they kept calling me. He kept saying, call me tomorrow. I'm not available today. Then he's on the road. I offered a Zoom meeting. I'm trying to pencil in a time. I kept saying that it's a tentative appointment. I could definitely confirm with you. I want you to really realize what happened on this call. I always say to my clients, don't take no for an answer when a yes is still possible. This particular call is the perfect example of that. I could have hung up way sooner than I did, and I would have missed an incredible opportunity. This seller in the end actually said to me, he's not in the area. He's open to meeting with other agents, maybe tomorrow. I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to be listing this property very, very soon. Tomorrow, when we meet, that's when it's going to happen. This seller is ready to list no matter what he said. He's just looking for that confident, knowledgeable agent who shows them the value in paying a commission. And that's the one who's going to list this property. Go after for sale by owners. They're an incredible opportunity. And yes, there are a lot of agents calling. Unfortunately, or fortunately for you, most agents don't know how to have these conversations. Go get them.